I'll give this a second. Just because I also have to figure out if this is working. Okay, I don't actually want to hear myself through my own speakers. Oh. Okay, there we go. I need to test this, but if I don't do this right, then my speakers will go into the mic, and then the mic will pick up the speakers, obviously, and then the speakers are going to put back out the... Do we see the issue here? Do I have to go through this whole loop, or do we see the issue? It's going to create audio looping. Hold on, let me mute this. That did nothing for you guys, I think. That should just be a me thing. I hate streaming with 2 switches so much. It has been a while. It really has. I think audio is set up as best as I'm gonna get it. How are... Hold on. Let me double check something. I swear I made you a mod on here. Or did I not? Oh, that might have been my other... That might have been the case. Let me double check. I swear I had you as a mod on here. Unless I didn't save. How do you... I don't know, it's like... You were not added, that's weird. Yeah, that other channel doesn't even exist anymore. So... There we go. Everything's fixed. I don't need these anymore because I'm not listening to my own audio. Okay, this should work. I think. I got 2 switches set up. I don't normally do this. I'm surprised my other capture card is even behaving. Because this other one is like really weird. It doesn't like working if the other one is being used. It also has the funny gimmick of I can't hook up 2 switches to my main monitor and watch them both. So you know, I either have to watch one through a delay, or hopefully what I really hope is going to work now is I can watch through OBS on my second screen, because that's where it's obviously viewable because it's being streamed. And I have chat on screen, so I don't know how delayed it is. I think it's 2 seconds, but that way I should be able to keep up with chat without having to worry. I'm hoping at some point, once I get more switches, there's going to be some kind of way I can set it up to just view them all on one screen. But I'm not worried about that. Oh, wait. Stream Elements bot. Wait, I know this. Yep. I thought I disabled that. What? Okay, so this is a rivalry. I love this. This is amazing. Stream Elements, I guess, isn't actually modded, so Nightbot gets mad when it posts links. So, that's kind of funny. Okay, this is Tapu Fini. I plan to optimize this at some point because hopefully I have my Switch Lite, which... Oh, I forgot I have to select on both games. I'm stupid. Object permanence. If I'm not looking at the screen that has the switch, the second switch, which isn't actually Switch 2, it's the Switch 1. If I'm not looking at the screen that has it displayed, I forget it exists. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a learning curve. I haven't done 2 in a while. Anyways, hi, how's it going? I really held off on reading that. I was in my own world. Yeah, I have a Switch Lite, and I mean, I'm not going to use it too much, but, like, it's a fourth... Well, I guess right now it's a third Switch to have if I decide to get Pokemon for it. Yeah, we do actually have another OLED in the house, which is crazy that there's actually another Switch I could use. I don't have it right now because it's downstairs because it's the family Switch, but no one uses it. So, like, I gotta wait until, like, we're fully convinced no one is using it, then I'll see if I can just snatch it, and then I think there's probably some kind of device I can get or whatever where I can plug all my Switches in and it can combine them. I mean, they're gonna be quartered or whatever because it has to display them all, but I reckon there's probably a way I can have them all go through one HDMI out. Yeah, I honestly don't know if I even have online on my main account right now. I haven't played on the Switch in a while. At least not online. I've played on the Switch. I just don't know if I have it online. Or if I have that auto-renew. I forgot when I last got it. Although I think I got online like halfway through the year, so it should still be good. Again, I don't know. This is my favorite part about having a Switch 2. Is watching stuff that isn't the Switch 2. Because, as you can see, the Switch 2 runs Switch games a lot better half the time. So, it's sitting here waiting. I did everything at the exact same time. The Switch 1 is just that slow. I don't think I need either of these, so... Okay. That's another benefit, though. If I have 4 Switches, I will actually be able to play everything on one route. So I will be all 4 players. I have complete control over what happens. Zygarde should be a breeze. I hope I don't, like, actually grow to despise Dynamax adventures. Although it won't matter. What if I just take a citrus berry on both? I'm gonna have to relearn how to do this. I haven't done it in a while. After a certain hunt, I kind of put this on hold. How many did that take me, even? It was like 403? Question mark? I don't... 358. Hi, how's it going? Every time you start to hate them, your streams pop off and you love them again? Wow. I'm hoping that by the time I grow to hate these again, I literally will not care. You're good? I'm doing good. It's been a hot minute since I've streamed. I've been trying to get back into it, but I've just been so busy and preoccupied with things that I already committed to. So, it took a minute to get back into this. I'm hoping to start doing this semi-regularly, though. I should be more free this next semester. Yeah, because the main reason I'm doing Dynamax adventures right now, and this, I'm just putting this out there, these are going to be all I do for an unknown amount of time. Because my goal is to plow through these. I already got Lunala, I believe, as an off-stream hunt, so I'm good, don't have to worry about that. So I'm doing the rest of the stuff from Gen 7 that they added in this, so that would be the Tapu, Solgaleo, Necrozma, and then Zygarde, because this is the only legit way you can hunt one right now, I believe. Don't quote me on that, because knowing my luck, I say that, and then there's actually another way that's legit. I just forgot they added. Yeah, I'm trying to get everything that I need from this so I can start these saves over, actually. Because I'm trying to switch to doing full odds, but I don't really want to do this full odds. So, I'm just trying to get done with everything I need from this, and go from there. Although, I might still do these full odds at some point, because, you know, there'll still be things that I wouldn't mind hunting just for fun. And, like, if I have 4 switches on my own time, I can, you know, I'm seeing 16 different things if I catch everything on all 4 of them. Even with it being full odds, I don't think it would matter that much. I'll let Absol have it. That'll be interesting. I just realized a Relicanth has... Relicanth doesn't evolve, and it didn't evolve from anything. Where are you getting the idea to give it that? I want to boost its defenses. It evolves, right? Rental. I guess we all are fine with not taking a rental. Good to know. Good to know. No, because I just started. This is my first run of the day. And in a while, actually. I haven't genuinely done this in like 6 months, it feels like. Might be right on that. How long ago? Almost 6 months, I think. I did a hunt. It went really long. I can't speak. Did a hunt. Went really long. I was like, I'm done with this. But I'm back now because there's the stuff that you can only hunt in this game. So I'm just doing a whole bunch of these over the next few weeks, months, years. I don't know. I just want to get everything I need to get from this game. I'm planning to reset the saves so I can do them full odds. Because I have charm on these, and I'm like, I kind of want to just do full odds. It's more fun for me. And of course I realized that after I got charm, but it's like, okay. I just want to do this because I don't want to do these full odds. I've tried them full odds, I didn't much care. Plus, it's one of those things where, like, the odds are technically... Like, even though it works out to balance itself out with taking forever, the odds are still just so much higher. It's like, okay, why not just go for the 1 in 100 odds? Might as well. You're gonna dip now? Alright. Take care. Wheezing. That's what I did for like a whole week. And well, no, it was more coughing. I like Galarian wheezing. It's actually like pretty cool. I remember like when I first saw it, I really liked the design of it. I wanted to use one, but I was stupid and had no idea. Like, I knew it existed, but for some reason I thought you had to use a Galarian coughing, and I only could find regular coughing, so I'm like, huh, guess I can't use Galarian wheezing. Yeah, I feel stupid now. It was my first Pokemon game. I was stupid. I was also just like insanely stupid with this, and like any Pokemon. Now I knew that Gen 5 Pokemon were from Unova because I watched the anime. I knew Alolan Pokemon were from Alola because I watched the anime. And I knew certain Kanto Pokemon. But if it wasn't the certain Kanto Pokemon, Gen 5 or Gen 7, I just assumed everything else was brand new. See, I thought there were well over like 300 Pokemon that they just added in this game. No. You're gonna try hunt or I can't speak. Altaria / Swablu. Nice. Good luck with that. Hopefully you get yourself a nice Swayellow. Hahaha. I'm so funny. That is a completely original joke that no one has made before. Calling shiny Swablu Swayellow. Swayellow. Even though the blue I don't think is meant to be in reference to the color, and I think it's because of the blues, like music. Because Altaria, I mean Aria is a song. So that's why I don't think Swayellow is at all how you're supposed to. I don't think it's accurate to make the Swayellow joke because I don't think the blue is referring to the blue color. But I do it anyways because I can. I actually really like Altaria. It's one of my... I gotta be careful with this because I swear I say like every Pokemon I like. One of my favorite Pokemon. Like, I like it. I like using it on teams if I have the chance. I mean, is it good? I don't know, but I like it. It's a bird. I like birds. Ow. I love this. The Switch 2 has already like done damage for an attack that the Switch 1 put in. I love this. For a second there, I forgot I was using the Weezing, so I'm like, how did the Weezing get behind me? I'm slow. I haven't played Gen 8 in forever. I tried hunting Corsola and that went south, so I stopped hunting Corsola. Oh, we're dying because we brought a Pokemon that's weak. Don't kill me. Thank you. Maxus! What does that do? I know it does a stat change, right? Special attack. Okay. So it gets stronger every use, right? I don't know. I think it's a special attack. I can check. It is. It's Clear Smog. Well, I'm cooked. Well, that's okay. I made mistakes and took terrible paths. That's my fault completely. Well, well, well. Well, 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 indeed. You got Flareon in under an hour, but Vulpix took you 3 days. Wow. That's insane. Yeah, that's shiny hunting though. I remember like forever ago, I was doing a shiny playthrough on Shield full odds, because you know, you get the charm pretty late in Shield. Like even if you got it at the earliest possible moment in your playthrough, it's still like right at the 6th gym. So it's not early by any means. But I remember I was doing a full odds hunt, and I had like insane luck during the entire hunt, it felt like, because I got a Galarian Zigzagoon like ridiculously fast. And then not long later, I think it was the same sitting. Oh, I beat it. Nice. Same sitting, I got Gossifleur or whatever. The little baby one, not the fully evolved thing. I don't know. I think that is Gossifleur. Yeah, I got that, and then I went to hunt Yamask, and I got that one also ridiculously fast. I'm like, okay, this game is insane. And then my next hunt took a like bajillion encounters, it felt like. So under odds Noibat, really? Wow. While we're talking about shiny luck, well, the universe has taken its massive pool of shiny luck for this game and it's given it out. So tiny. Aw. I think I remember I got a shiny Noibat. It was either Sword or Shield. I don't remember which one I was playing at the time. But I was working on going through catching stuff, and I just ran into one to catch for my dex, and it was shiny. I'm like, oh. Alrighty. Last time I did this, I had like a whole ritual. Oh my god. I had a whole ritual I would do. So, you know. Let's just see. Oh, no first encounter. No way. That's unfortunate. But I guess it wouldn't be fun if you always got what you wanted when you wanted it. Okay. Also, as much as I hate Tapu Lele, for no reason, by the way, I have like genuinely no actual reason to hate Lele. I just don't like Tapu Lele. I do have to find the path on my right game, which I think is Sword. I don't remember. Because it has Zygarde saved as well. I mean, I guess I could get it on either game because they both have Zygarde saved, and I don't need Zygarde twice. Like, I only need one game with the path. Got a decent nature. Nice. I always like when shinies have good natures. I haven't done competitive in forever, and I genuinely don't think I'm ever getting back into it. It's just not really... Like, I don't have the time for it. I say, as I have the time to do shiny hunting. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like putting the time into it, I guess. So I don't do competitive. But it's always nice still when Pokemon that I decided to hunt end up having good natures. Had timid nature? Nice. Because it's special attacker, right? Or is it mixed? I mean, either way, that would be good. It's special? Okay. Yeah, that is good then. It gives it a nice speed boost. Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna be that one person who uses acupressure for no reason. Wait, I didn't think that through. I'm not gonna be able to Dynamax. I don't think you can... Can you acupressure a Dynamax? I don't think you can. Oh, well. I'm cooked. Maybe mint choco? Nice. Yeah, I could see that with the colors. I might try something crazy when I go to replay these games. I don't know. Because, like, I'm gonna be replaying them full odds. to get a full odds save. So I might try to do some kind of shiny hunting during the playthrough, because it's not like, you know, if you're getting the charm, it's like, oh, why hunt now when it's full odds, when I'm gonna go through the effort to get the shiny charm and then just shiny hunt then. But it makes sense to do it now because I'm gonna be full odds regardless. Why would it matter when in the story I shiny hunt? So maybe I'll do some kind of playthrough, I don't know. I might also just play the game normally. Who put it to sleep? Oh, it's up now, I guess. Right? Yeah. Okay. I guess it was probably Jinx, right? Because I don't think Flareon has anything to put people to sleep. So it had to have been Jinx. But Jinx seems to be fond of the idea of just spamming Ice Beam. Big damage. Hopefully it's easier for me to remember what controller goes to what game now. Obviously it helps that I have the two screens, so obviously left screen is the left hand, right screen is the right hand. That makes sense. But I remember when I had it, because the last time I did this I didn't have two switches, so I had, well, I did, but not two like actual switches. So I had one going to a Switch Lite that was set up on a little charging stand. And I remember I would always get confused on which controller went to which one, even though I would try to set it up to where the Switch Lite controller was right in front of it. But I do think it also helps now that I have the Switch 2 Pro controller. So the Switch 2 Pro controller controls the Switch 2, the Switch 1 Pro controller controls the Switch 1. It makes sense. Until I'm stupid and somehow forget that. Anyways. Hi, how's it going? I genuinely see no reason to switch. I mean, Berserker, I could see actually switching. Please give it to the Flareon. Dang it. Oh, I just tried to do them both at the same time to move over to Raichu, but I forgot. The Switch 1 loads so much slower, so they're never gonna be in sync. I haven't seen it in 5 months, but that's because you broke your phone. Ah. Well, I mean, I also haven't been doing, like, anything over the past few months, so there's that, too. So, you haven't missed anything, if that's your concern. I mean, I've done videos, but I haven't done stuff like this. I might actually switch here. Oh, see, this is inconvenient. I wish I did this the other way around. I should have... Actually, I don't know if Maractus was available, though, so never mind. But I wish Maractus was on the host switch and Berserker was on the second switch. Because then what I could do in this specific situation is have the host who's playing as Maractus say no switch, and then see if the Flareon wanted to take this Raichu, let the Flareon have it. If not, Berserker takes it. But no, that's not how it works. So now I have to either hope or, I don't know, get screwed over. How you liking Legends Z? I enjoyed it. I feel like replayability, I genuinely don't know how much more I'm gonna go back to it. And I'll probably just end up going back to Scarlet and Violet. Assuming my Dynamax adventure streak doesn't last an eternity. Like, I like that it has character customization. I spent so much time doing all that during my playthrough even. And I played through the DLC, liked it. That's I don't know what I was trying to say. I liked it. It was pretty good. That's what I was trying to say. I was gonna say pretty good. I liked it. But like, I have pretty much every shiny almost. There's a few I'm missing for my living deck, so I can still go back and do those. But like, hunting in that game, it's not entertaining. I can literally automate every hunt I need to do, and that's probably what I'm just gonna do for the rest of them, and have it just hunt itself overnight, because I don't feel like doing all that. Mint Choco is your first bench shiny. Nice. Nice. Oh, yeah, the 7-hour one. That is insane. That was forever ago. I don't remember when that was in relation to the last time I did these. It was one of the first things I did, though. Not first. I don't want to say that, because I did a lot. Actually, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not saying it. 8. I did 8 Dynamax adventures as my first thing. No, I can't count. That's 9. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not saying it. 8, 9. Okay, I just can't count. And then I went to 5 badges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then number 7 went on like forever. I'm still recovering from that. Not really. My sleep schedule, I've broken it on my own, out of my own stupidity. That has not actually left this long of an effect on me. But I remember that I stayed up so late into the next morning, but it was worth it. Hey, yep, that's what this is now. And that's the experience. I think I just take this. Okay, that works out. Flareon didn't want it anyways. I'm not gonna try to explore every possibility of what this save could do. Or, not save, this route. Because it's kinda garbage. Like, the best thing that can happen after this battle is Flareon switches to Dreadnought. It's not gonna happen. I have 2 things that can take this out pretty easily, because they're done in preparation for the last fight. Leaf Storm. Boom. It's gonna one-shot, because I said so. Oh. That's funny. Oh my gosh, I was joking. I mean, it is 4 times super effective, and I did just get that boost to my special attack. So I can't say I'm completely surprised. But still, that was pretty freaking cool. I was joking. I thought it would do big damage. Like, I knew it would do big damage. I just thought it was gonna, you know, drop it to like a quarter. But no. It went all the way. Please, Flareon, Flareon, Flareon. Yes! That's like the best thing that could have happened there. This one might happen. I might be 2 for 2 on defeats. Against Tapu Fini, not me getting defeated. 2-0, not 0-2. Actually, it's gonna be both because I'm always the 2. Because I'm just good. Misty Surge. Should I speed swap? Is it gonna... I really hope so. Because the last time I did Dynamax Adventures, it went horribly. Took me like 358, I think. And that's with Charm. It's not the worst Dynamax Adventures hunt out there, but it took pretty long, so I would be happy. If it shined at 100, I would be happy. If it shined at 150, I think I'd still be happy. As long as it doesn't go like it did last time, I'll be okay. After that, I genuinely don't care what the hunts do. I just don't want... Okay, hold on. Let me think. I was trying to play... I wasn't looking at the actual screen, and I didn't want to wait for delay, so I was trying to think through exactly what I had to hit. Okay, what's gonna give me... Has Tapu Fini used water moves? I haven't paid attention. Or Dreadnought. Because I don't know what Dreadnought is gonna do, but using a water move... I don't think the AI is going to be that dumb to use one, but it's actually smart if it did. Because I don't know realistically how much Dreadnought does for us, but it would at least give me boosts. I would be getting stronger. Good job. And it's gonna use a water move. Oh, what? Is it because it was a spread move? Or do I not even have Storm Drain? Did someone take it from me? I don't know how Storm Drain even works. Or if it works different in this context. Context don't matter when you do that much damage. Nice, we get a bit of healing. Okay, so logically speaking, Tapu Fini shouldn't get health from this. Because Levitate and Flying type Pokemon, they don't get healing from this, I'm pretty sure, because they don't touch the ground. That looks so stupid, having it wait on that camera angle just because it needed the other switch to catch up. But I mean, if you think about it logically, even though, yes, technically Tapu Fini is considered touching the ground by the game, it's not. It's floating. Oh, there's Storm Drain. Can't wait to do a bajillion damage. Oh, I don't even need to. I think, yeah. Sweet. Usually I have this set up to just go in twos. Oh, wait. Hold on. But I learned from the last hunt that it's actually better to just count it in ones and go twice. Because there was a situation, a very specific situation that happened once, where if both systems do the exact same thing at the exact same time, it breaks the game for some reason, and it has no idea how to handle it. So they disconnect from each other. And I tried playing them separately. One system beat the fight, the other system did not. So technically my total was off for a while until I went on my own time and did one extra on my own, just so they could be doubles again. It was like really inconvenient. Anyways, no. The Switch 2 loads it instantly. No. No. I think those are both purple. I'm pretty sure they're both purple. Whitey Orple. I like checking through this screen better, because then you don't have to worry about the systems not being in sync because of loading issues. They all just will instantly show if it's shiny. But that also takes away the suspense, because it's kind of cool when you're scrolling through on the main page and you have to wait for it to load. Okay, let's see if I have the brain power to do this. Are either of them Fini? No. Wait, I said are either of them Fini. I meant Lele. I've got Fini on the mind for some reason. I don't know why. I got no clue. No clue at all. Oh, I was able to get the best event ever to happen the other day. So, little known fact about me, I like Sylveon. There's nothing hinting towards that. That's just, you have to know me to know that. Totally. But I've been trying to get a Sylveon Sitting Cuties plush forever. It's never in stock on the official website. And every time it is restocked, it goes like instantly. And I didn't want to pay a higher price to get a second-hand one. But anyways, I was bored, and I was like, I'm gonna look on the Pokemon Center website just to see what plushes they have. And the very first thing I saw was the Sylveon Sitting Cuties. So I'm like, oh, do they have it? Is it in stock? I clicked on it. It was in stock. And I'm like, okay, this might be the best day ever. So I go through everything I need to go through. Didn't get any errors like this product is sold out. And it went through. It's coming. I'm getting one. I'm getting a Sylveon Sitting Cuties now. It's on its way. It should be here tomorrow. I'm so excited. I wonder what this is up to. Cool. Also, hi. I didn't read that until like 2 seconds ago, but hi. Welcome. Might get an Eevee plush. Nice. I have the Eevee Sitting Cuties plush. I like it. Its forehead looks a bit big, but I think that's just because the ears don't sit up properly, so they'll like flop back and then the forehead looks big. I don't know. I have the Poke plush Sylveon, which is like bigger, more proportionally accurate. It's not huge. It's like 11.5 inches in size. Height or length, I don't know. No, this might be smaller actually. I don't know. Yeah, I'm happy to be getting the Sitting Cuties. I also, because you get free shipping on orders that are $20 or more, I went and got a second. I always do that. If I'm ordering on there, I always get 2 or more, just because it'll give me free shipping. So I ordered a Kyurem. I was going to get White Kyurem too, but they were out of stock on that. Because I have Reshiram I got a year or 2 ago. I think it was only a year ago. Christmas 2024. I don't know. I got that. And then for my birthday, I got a few. I got Meloetta, Decidueye I have. I also have Zekrom and Kyurem Black. So I only need Kyurem and White Kyurem to complete that little group, plus the fusions, because I like Gen 5. Unova's my favorite. So Kyurem is coming. I'm not getting White Kyurem anytime soon because it's out of stock, but who cares? You got Minccino one. Nice. Minccino, Mincino. I say Minccino because Chinchino. Wait, that's a Pokemon, isn't it? Chinchilla is what I meant to say. Anyways, OMG, I evolved my Noibat. Now it looks like a flying fever dream. Yeah? Noivern does do that. You want to make videos, not streams, but do playthroughs of games. I mean, yeah, there is an audience for playthroughs for sure. Because, like, you know, people might not have the game or have the ability to play it or any of those reasons. You know, people might not be playing the game or have a way to. So, you know, they like watching that. Or, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. Actually, I might have meant to do that. I don't know. It had a poison move. And we were going up against electric type, so maybe not. But, I mean, it's better in the long run. Yeah, also, like, people use playthroughs as walkthroughs sometimes. Or if you're doing, like, unique games, or, like, ROM hacks or something, like, you know, there's audiences for all sorts of stuff. Should we do a poll? Okay. Now, this is 100% not getting answered today. There's no way I'm about to be able to do, like, it's not 50 anymore, because if I go in 2s, then it would take 50, but we're 2 less than that, so 48, there's no way I'm getting 48 more done. But we'll do that for fun. Why not? This is one of the few times I'm actually jealous of Twitch. Not gonna lie. Because they have like full on like you can bet or whatever. So it's weighted. I think it's with channel points. I don't know. I just see them in like YouTube videos I watch because I watch a lot of videos that were taken from streams. So you see that pop up a lot during the video from the people doing polls. They need to add channel points. I don't know if they are planning on doing that or if they have and I'm just stupid and have no idea how to do it, but they should add that. And let you bet them in polls. That'd be pretty cool. I'm just saying. I think that'd be pretty cool. I hate this chair. I need to buy a new chair. I want to get me like a good, comfy chair. Got any tips on playthrough? I heard that you have to cut out the cutscenes and blur any bad stuff out. You don't have to. That's up to you. As long as, like... I think, and if you're playing, like, Kingdom Hearts, you might have to be more specific, because that is very Disney heavy, and Disney is on a lot of people about using their properties. So, I think I heard something about, like, you are limited with what you can do with Kingdom Hearts freely just because it is a Disney property technically. It's not fully Disney, but it's got enough Disney in it. But like words, if you're worried about like swears and stuff, that is completely a personal thing on whether or not you want to have swears. Like if you want it to be a more PG adaptation of a playthrough, then you can censor, mute, whatever. You can get around having stuff like that. Unless you're playing like a really violent game, then at that point you maybe risk age restriction on that even, because I don't know, I've never played stuff like that. I play Pokemon. So, I don't know a lot about playing other games, because the only other game I've played up to this point is, like, Minecraft. I did one video on that and haven't touched it since, because I need to work out my issue with it. I would like to, like, I enjoy Final Fantasy and Persona. Early Final Fantasies, those are fine because I don't think they were too highly age rated. I think maybe the last one or two did end up getting teen rated, at least these days. With remasters, they might be. I don't know. And then the series stayed teen rated for a while, and then 16 is M rated, so... You know, a 16-year-old can play Final Fantasy VII, but you have to be 17 to play 16. Because it shows butt cheeks, I think. That's stupid, but I think that's like half the reason the game is rated what it is. It just has stuff like that. Although it's also a modern... Oh, romance side blurring when games have... That... I think that completely comes down to what the scene really contains. Because, like, if it's just, like... Oh... If they are getting freaky, let's say that. If if it shows or implies getting freaky, might want to just cut that out completely or something. But like, typically romance scenes, from what I've seen in games, they haven't seemed to go that far. I mean, it also, it's kind of a you thing to determine, I guess, because it really depends per game, per scene, if it's going to be something you could show or not. I mean, Google probably knows more. Like, if you Google, can I show this scene of this game, it'll probably be able to tell you, that's risking it. Because I'm sure also, you know, multiple people might have considered the same thing. So I mean, it's really dependent on like what the game is. Although I think typically you can play just about any game and show everything. Because like, I've seen games from those early childhood games. I think that's the lowest rating you can have. Although I think that one's discontinued now, because they just bumped that up to E for everyone. But, you know, up to M-rated games, I think all of that you can safely show without having to take anything out. Because technically, like, M-rated game, you want to stream FF16, you do own it. You should be fine to do that. Because again, like GTA, people do that stuff all the time. There are videos of the story mode, which is one of the worst parts of the... Not worst as in bad, let's just say that. I mean worst as in like content contained in it. That's probably where you're going to see the worst offenders in the game. So, I mean, up to mature rated games, because also, technically with the age rating, mature is 17 plus. So as long as you stop by a mature rated game, I think you can safely show everything in the game, because it is mature rated, which means while it is for mature audiences, it does technically fall under needing to be an adult. Now, if it's an adult-only game, which is crazy, but they exist, that you do pretty much have to blur like anything. Because I watched a video just talking about this funny little game called The Guy Game. You know, super niche title on the Xbox and PS2 and PC, I think, as well. I don't think that was adults only, but it had adult content in it, because that was literally the focus of the game. And you do have to blur anything shown there that is not for kids, I guess. So, again, as long as it's mature rated at most, you should be fine to just show everything. Of course, cutting some minor things out, like, not like story things, but like just, if you literally just aimlessly roam around and you want to cut that out of like a playthrough, that's probably a smart move. But like, I don't think there's any actual game content that you need to cut out for anything. It's only really the adult-only games, I think, where that becomes an issue, because that is 18+ content. But even then, adult-only games are not that common, because the big three that make consoles, they pretty much are like, yeah, no, adult-only games will never appear on our systems. We literally will not allow it. So that leaves the game developers to either rework the game to get mature or lower to get on a console, or they just do PC, because PC doesn't care. And, you know, if you're making a PC game, that does limit how many people are even going to be able to play it, because that is one specific platform. And of course it needs to be something that can actually run the game too. Like, even though a lot of people have computers, not everyone has things that are like made to play games, so there's that. But yeah, the point of this is, as long as it's mature or lower, you'll be fine. The only thing you'd have to worry about is like copyright, which most games, I think, as long as you are doing your own playthrough and not just literally showing gameplay that was officially used in trailers or something, you should be fine. I think most games are pretty good about letting you use them for content, because it's fair use or whatever, I guess. So then your only issues are like audio, maybe, because YouTube is weird. And like, you are typically fine if like the game you are playing is the game the music goes with, but sometimes it goofs and doesn't recognize in a specific scene that was what you were playing or whatever, so it thinks you're just uploading the music directly. I don't know, it's weird. I don't get it, and I never will get it. It's literally RNG. But that's the fun of playthroughs, you never know. I'm trying to remember if I closed a game or not, because I've been playing through like all the Final Fantasies recently. Not all at once, but like in order. I'm on 10 right now, and I noticed something weird on the PS4 version. I'm playing it on PS5, but you know, I noticed interestingly that the game itself, if you leave it open while playing the system in rest, it still adds to your playtime. But like the system itself only counts active playtime, so you know, there's a weird issue now where the system itself says I've only played for like 3 hours, but the game thinks I've played for like 10. So I've been trying to remember that every time I'm done playing for a session, I have to close the game. Because, like, I don't mind having a lot of playtime on a save of a game. Like Pokemon, I play so much of this. I've been playing less of it recently because I've had other games to occupy me, but I've played so much Pokemon that a lot of my games, whether it's on the Switch itself or the in-game timer, has a lot of hours. I'm fine with that though. But it kind of bothers me when like I'm actively playing a game or whatever, and its playtime is super high, because I'm like, I want to know exactly how long it took me to beat the game. I don't want to be like a billion hours into the save by the time I actually finish it. Anyways, 3 for 3, no way. I'm so good at this. It definitely is not due to the fact that I have control over half the party. Load. Come on, Switch 1, go faster. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. It makes it easier to do both at once. No. 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 On to the next one, which is the one after this one. Yep, that's the one. Love the shiny. Hope I get. Yeah, I love the shiny. Thank you. I'll try. I don't know if it'll happen, but I'm trying. Hold on, I should pay attention to what I'm doing, because with delay, you can't really mindlessly mash. Alright, that's going. I'll catch up now. Do you know that Borderlands 2 on PS3 and version for PS4, some DLC and campaign stuff cut out? Really? That's interesting. I've only played one Borderlands, not even all the way through, just a bit of it. I think it was 3. I don't know. I never actually played Borderlands. I'm hoping to maybe get into it at some point and start like from the beginning. Play them all. But I have other series that I'm interested in more right now, so I got time before I get into them. Welcome back. Look, it's an Unk. Where's the Unk? Oh no, it's me. What Tapu should you try making competitively good in Showdown? What's the worst one? I mean, I know they're all Tapu, so they should, in theory, at least be equal. But, like, is there one that everyone is like, yeah, this one sucks? It's, like, if you're gonna use a Tapu, literally use anything else. Because if there's, like, an obviously worst one, I think you should do that one, just because it's funny to me. I don't know. I just think it's funny to take something that everyone agrees is not good and try to make it good. Oh, I should not Dynamax then. Hey, it's my friend Malamar. Borderlands 2 is the best one. Good to know. Good to know. So it sounds to me like the PS3 version would be the better version to play then. Like, even though it probably, I mean, PS3 is also HD, can do 1080p, just not as stable as PS4. So I'm sure the PS4 version is probably, like, technically better, but, like, sounds to me like the PS3 version would just be the better version to play as far as all the stuff you can get. I mean, I'll be able to play literally any generation of PlayStation game in the next week. Technically I can, but also technically I can't. I have a PS2 which plays PS2, PS1 games. I'm only ever going to use it now for PS2 games, I think, or PS1 through the actual memory card, because I have some saves on there. I have a PS3, plays PS3 games and PS1 games. It's not one of the ones that can play PS2 games. I got the Slim. I think technically you can mod it, or whatever, and you can add a way to be able... I think that's something I saw, like, it technically can, it just doesn't, because it's not programmed into it. But, like, if you mod it, you can get it to read PS2 discs or whatever, regardless of the model. I don't know if that's true. I'm not going to use it for that, because I'm not going to mod it. But, like, you can buy PS2 games digital on the PS3 store, and I'm pretty sure they work on every model of PS3, regardless of if it's one that actually has backwards compatibility. So if it has the ability, that means it's just lacking the ability to read discs. And, like, it can read DVDs. And PS2 games came on DVDs usually. So, nothing is stopping it from being able to, right? Like, it's just, it doesn't do it. I'm not modding mine, though. Yeah, the main purpose it serves is to play PS3 games and to play some PS1 games. I have 3. It's Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. Okay, me back. Okay, do I want the grass type? Yes, because that gives me an electric type right after. Yeah, and I have a PS5, which, on top of being a PS5 and playing PS5 games, it plays PS4 games. That's not new information, so. Yeah. I can play PS1 through PS5. And the reason why I said technically is because I have the PS2, but I don't have a controller. I had one, but the wires in it got like messed up and like one of them literally ripped out of place. So I had to get a new one. I don't have it yet, but I will have it. And when I get it, I'll be able to play PS2 games. I'm excited about that because I also got a PS2 game I've been looking forward to having forever, and they refused to remaster it or remake it. So I was like, fine, I'll just get the PS2 game. And watch, now that I did that, they're gonna instantly announce a remake of the game. That's also gonna add like an hour of bonus content just because they love us so much. And it's like, bruh, you wait until I spend money on the original. Bet I can't get every shiny evolution and Eevee and Scarlet and Violet within year, no eggs. So that's Eevee and then all its evolutions. I'm not gonna try and name them all. Just no eggs, is that it? I feel like I could do that within a year. Well, depends. I mean, I don't think it really matters because we're talking Scarlet and Violet. Because technically I could just hunt like, what is it, 8, 9? I don't know, just hunt an Eevee for the Eevee plus all the evolutions and then evolve it. Or do I have to like literally hunt the evolution specifically? It's like for Umbreon, I have to get a shiny Umbreon. I can't get an Eevee and evolve it. Because I mean that would technically make it a bit harder, but it's Scarlet and Violet. Even if I didn't do shiny boost, I could still do encounter boost and get him to spawn pretty easily. Because like they all spawn. It just depends on luck. Has to be the actual evolution. Okay. I mean, that doesn't sound too bad. Because they do all spawn, I'm pretty sure. I even tried hunting Sylveon once, I think. And I had, like, a whole bunch of them spawn. Oh, yes. Please take that. Yes, it's great. There is a cat outside my door. It's my cat. I know that for a fact. Because my cat's the only cat that goes outside my door. I'm gonna let the cat in. Welcome. Welcome to the room. limited sometimes. There's too much stuff that you can't be around. So, yeah, my room is full of like death traps for any pet in existence. So, typically I don't let the cats in my room unless I'm also in my room and actively able to supervise. You're gonna make a showdown team based off me? Okay. Unless you're gonna hide under my bed, come here. You going under the bed? Typically it's your sister that does that, but okay. Oh, my setup for all my systems right now is actually insane. So, let's walk through what it was and why it took me so long to even set up to do this exact hunt. So, initially how I had it set up was PS5 was laying down on my bookshelf. So PS5 was laying down on my bookshelf, Switch 2 was sitting on my desk, and then to the left side there were 2 compartments, a bottom one and then a shelf for a top one. The top one was where my second Switch was. The bottom one was where my Wii U was. I moved the Wii U over to my TV because I'm like, okay, with the games I have for it and everything, and the fact that it's a Wii, like, a lot of the games for that, you need space still to be able to move and stuff. So I moved that over to my TV where I have more space to actually do all that. PS2's over there as well because it's the only device I have that has the right input method for the PS2. It's literally the only TV in the house, I think, that accepts whatever those cables are called. So yeah, anyways, the plan was when my PS3 arrived, finally, I was going to put it where the Wii U was. But this desk is built in a rather unfortunate way to where it's just too small to put a PS3 in. So, PS3 had to go where the PS5 was. PS5 had to move into the little desk area, but the thing standing up is too tall. So, I had to take out the top shelf so it has the room to stand up. So it fits now. And now the Switch OLED, oh wow, that doesn't have space to go anymore. So, I had to put that in a really bad position right now where the dock is set up right next to the PS3. I'm gonna keep it there for now because I genuinely have nowhere else to put it anytime soon. But I think that's kind of a funny place to put it. So yeah, that's my stupid setup. I have way too many game consoles, but I don't care because they're my game consoles. You own Medieval Times, Actual Musketeer, Musket, and Rapier. I don't know what any of that is. I'm gonna be honest. But it sounds cool. Oh, wait, I'm just slow at comprehending. My reading comprehension is delayed. From medieval times, so like actual medieval weapons then. That's cool. Unless Medieval Times is like a game and those are like props from the game. I don't know. Either way, that's cool. I don't think the method of which you own them makes it any more or less cool. Okay, we got Rising Voltage, Electroweb. I'm gonna Rising Volt. Hey, Phoebe. You were at the door. Did you run out? See, I need to look into that. I really want. I know it's bad because it's gonna have to like mess with my door. But I want to get like cut out a little area and have like a little flap or whatever, because I keep my door closed, but I want my cat to be able to get in and out. So it would be nice to have like a little flap that like that is open and cat can go in and out through it without having to actually like leave my door open. Actual old times, nice. I've been playing for an hour and 21 minutes already. That's crazy. Yeah, something tells me unless I do like a 24-hour thing, this is not gonna hit odds. But I'm fine with that. Use them fencing nowadays. Okay, British guns. That makes sense. I think she went under or behind my bed. To cause a glittery explosion? No. I may act like it, but like I would never. Okay, I need to set like a goal for how much I want to do each session. So let's use this as a midpoint. I'll go ahead and set the Switch 1 up first because it's going to take it like a decade. So I'm 8 in right now, and an hour, we'll say by the time I finish everything, an hour 25 minutes in. And that's with pretty consistent gameplay. So that's almost an hour and a half. How long would I go for this? I'll go until a shiny Lurantis appears. Shiny Lurantis. Wow. Yeah, kitty, I got a shiny. You don't know what that means. I think that meow was a let me out. I'm gonna do that first. You get priority because you're got a shiny. Cool. There's no other shinies. I already checked. Just in case anyone didn't see that and was wondering, there is no other shiny. I checked. I just said that. This is cool. I don't think I've ever had a shiny Lurantis. And this is on the Switch 1 actually. So I'll double check. I think safe, right? Yeah. That one's safe. That one's safe. Yeah. So, yeah. I think the Switch 1 might actually have more shinies. I don't know. That's a shiny dex, technically. Even though I've battled 9. Place in the world where places the bones, but it's in catacombs filled by. Oh, interesting. So yeah, I have a shiny now. Landorus? No. I'm gonna hunt that in Gen 7. I need to update the layout. Moltres? I don't want Moltres. I'm sorry. Okay, so This gives me time, actually. I can... think about math stuff. I had it. There we go. Probably. I think that's also a Gen 7 Pokemon, so... yeah. Yeah. If I was more efficient with my space, I would have one on each side. So that the one on the left would show the left game's most recent, the one on the right would show right game. But I don't care about that. The right game is literally just a side game to help out the left game, which is the main game. So I genuinely don't care. I'm just going to act as if they're all one game. They're both one game. I say all like I have more than two going. So yeah. If I got 8 playing at a regular speed at about an hour and a half in, then that means I could get like 16 for 3 hours. I can't hit 25 exactly, which is unfortunate. That's actually a really great start. That sucks because the Luxray isn't going to stay. I just know it. But as long as there's a decent enough path, like there's an electric type, I'll be fine. But yeah, I'm trying to think how long I want to go, or maybe not how long. Maybe I should just think. I'm just using how long it takes as like an assistant in calculating, because like I also don't want to go for a certain number every time. That's going to take forever. I could do 20. I'll go to 20 and see how I'm feeling, how long it's been, and see, because so I might make 20 my goal, because that should take 5 sittings to hit odds, I think is how that works. I think that's how math works. It is. Of course, I actually, I was gonna say also and actually at the same time. I'm such an idiot. I do not deserve the ability to speak anymore. Yeah, I actually don't know if I'm even gonna keep consistent with that, because honestly, some nights I might just be in more of a mood to go longer, or some nights I might not be able to go as long. So I honestly may just try to end it off at nice numbers that are satisfying to leave off on. Like, I'm never gonna... okay, I'm going in intervals of 2, so it's not gonna happen that way. But, like, if I were doing a single game, like, I wouldn't end it off on, like, 73. That's a weird number. It's very odd. But I also don't want, like, 8. Why would I end off on 8, other than the fact that I just got a shiny? I would try to push to the nearest 10, I think. Or some other number that just feels very even in nature. Can't do intervals of 5, unfortunately, because it's doubled. So it may just have to be at least... I'll do... It's weird to think about this. At the very least, I would do 5 Dynamax adventures, because with it being doubled, that would do 10 to the encounters. Like, after this one, I will have done 5. But it will effectively be 10, because I'm doing it on 2 switches. But that'll be interesting, because if someday I ended up getting all 4 switches I wanted to have for stuff like this, then, you know, the time it would take me to get 50 with 2 would be the time it would take to get 100 with 4. Neither Switch wants it. Oh, that's another thing I just thought of on that screen as to why I want to replay one of these full odds. Actually, not one, both. And start doing full odds as well. Mainly just this game. As you can see, I named both of these saves the exact same, and they kind of look the exact same. I don't like that. So, the main save, which is the one on the left, that's my shield, I'm actually going to replay it with a different name, the one I've been using more now, just because it's easier to tell the two apart. And I was 50-50 on that a while ago, because, like, you know, I liked the idea of having my saves have 2 unique names, so that way shinies, like, I could tell exactly which copy they came from if I ever got to a point where I traded them off. Even though these days I really don't trade Pokemon off the games unless I absolutely wanted to. Like, even though I plan to hunt legendaries in Gen 7, I may not even bring them up to my Switch. Just because I don't really care. Like, I'll have them. They'll be on a save somewhere in one of my games. Yeah, it just kind of bothered me at a certain point where it was like, okay, some of my saves don't even have, like, names that could even be me. Because, like, I did joke names. Yeah, I go, alright, no problem. I am about to have to go get food, so probably this next turn I will set it up to do all the turn-based stuff. Yeah, I'm about to set it up and grab food. Yummy. I was muted. I said nothing there. I said, oh sweet. But, you know, it's whatever. I'm turning on another light because as much as I love my gaming setup with all these pretty blue lights and then my whole console and controller thing of black systems, white systems, blue controllers every now and then, like, I love it. I love the black and white with the blue accents, but it's weird eating without an actual overhead light, so I'm turning a light on to eat. So many random Pokemon are banned on Showdown. You tried playing Drapion and Drampa, but they were both banned? Wow. That's crazy. Are they even, like, overpowered? Or is it just because they have, like, some dumb cheese strategy that people don't like? That's a good question. I don't know what you've already added. I don't know. I mean, like, anything flying type works, because that has always been, like, my thing as someone who plays a wind instrument. I've always wanted to see a flying type gym leader that plays into that aspect of flying type. Because there's, like, pilots and stuff. And it's like, yeah, they fly. There's bird keepers, leaning into the bird part of the typing. But there's not, like, a musician that's, like, a wind musician. And that's their whole thing. They use the flying type because the wind that goes with playing an instrument, like, that's never happened. And I don't know why they haven't done that yet. Hopefully they do that at some point. But I just think that's really cool. I'd love to see a character where that's the reason for using flying types. I think I am cooked. Because that Dazzling Gleam took out 2 Pokemon, then it just took out another one just now, so I don't know. Even with the team I have, I do not know if we're going to be able to take everything out. I really wish someone on the team had, like, a poison move or something. or really just anything. Just get this thing knocked out. That you substitute. This Dynamax Pokemon decided to use substitute. Woohoo! Okay, question. Because of all these Pokemon that are banned, what format are you using? Because, like, I don't want to say you're doing it wrong, but like, are you using like a specific generation or whatever that's limited to a region's dex? Because like if it's defaulting to Scarlet and Violet, then I don't think any of those Pokemon are even in the game. Pheasant might be though. I don't know if that was in the DLC. Yeah, I don't know if it might just be saying that they're illegal because they're not in the game that it's supposedly going with. Anything goes? Wow. It's anything goes. Nothing should be banned. That's like the thing. That was loud. Okay, the real question is about to be, can I beat this? Realistically, it's 100% doable, because I have all the Pokemon I need to get this done and over with. But I only have one life. So if anything goes wrong, I'm cooked. Why would you use entrainment? I don't think that negatively impacts me, but it certainly doesn't. See, it's very stupid. That ability helps the Dedenne with its attacks, but then the Pokemon that use that never actually end up attacking. Okay, avoiding that attack there was actually huge. Okay, so, hear me out. The left game goes the very first, gets the grassy terrain. The right game then gets priority off of grassy glide. Right? That's how that works. Doesn't matter about really outspeeding it, because if something dies, it's game over anyways. Oh no, Dedenne goes first, because of course it does. No more big pecs. Hopefully you didn't want that. Okay, so these are actually the last two to go anyways for the turn, but I at least outspeed Fini, I think. But again, I don't know if that much matters. Because what good is, like, if I'm trying to get attacks off before I lose a Pokemon for a bit, that makes sense. But I'm on my last life, so if I don't get the attack off first, oh well. Although, I guess there is still the fact that, like, outspeeding it could still, it doesn't matter right now, but like when it gets down to it, outspeeding it could mean the difference between winning the fight and not. I need this Dedenne to actually attack. Of course it avoided it. Do we win? Do we clutch? Yay! I think I have won every single one so far, right? Because this is the one right after Lurantis. I'm gonna hate this so much. So I don't know if there's an actual way to do this, but like I've tried different formatting options to center the text and everything. The text never stays centered for long. Like once I hit the next digit, it gets off center, and it annoys me because it's like, surely there's a way I can just set it within a certain area and it automatically centers itself throughout it. Alright. Shiny time. No. 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 It's nose across the board. Okay, something else that also kind of throws me off a bit. The right switch is literally brighter or whatever. Like, I don't know why the coloring is just different on it. I don't know if that's an issue with the capture card, if that's an issue with one of the cables, or if that's just a quirk of the Switch 1 that the Switch 2 doesn't have. I don't know. But the colors are slightly different between the two games. So, that really doesn't help the idea of trying to spot shinies. You got anything? Uxie? Uxie? Ubisoft? Oh, I'm not even there. I think it's funny that if you're doing one where you're like, I'm fine with whatever, I think it's funny that it still says invite others. Because, like, technically, yes, you could invite others and only pair with people who are doing a random one, in which case no one knows what you're gonna get. But, like, I feel like the only reason you're really picking that and playing with others then is because someone else actually has the path you want to do. So does my point make sense? I feel like if you're doing that one online, you're probably trying to pair with other people, in which case you're not the one inviting others. It's whoever has the actual path that's inviting others. Siren. Play with others would probably make more sense. Because regardless, that's what you're doing. Whether you're hosting or joining, you are playing with others. Okay, I'm fine with keeping the Obstagoon for Thunderbolt or whatever. But I'm also open to switching if I have that ability. I didn't get a good look at what the team is yet. I know the right game has a Boldore. I don't want a Bold Orb. I might change the previous and current, like, the displays for them. I made them what they are right now because Sun and Moon are some of my favorite games. Moon being my favorite of the two because I like the second versions a lot of the time. And I also like the fact that, like, the little logo for it or whatever, like, it was pretty circular, so it kind of works as a backdrop. And then, of course, you know, the main hunt, the one I'm currently hunting, like, I feel like that made sense to be the more complex Ultra Moon, whereas the base Moon works better as a previous. So that's why I did them the way they are. And fortunately, I had the foresight to realize that I could just do overlays for those instead of making them part of the layout. So I have the freedom to move them and stuff if I want to. I think actually since the last time I used this layout, I did make them bigger. Yeah, I might change them. I mean, they're blue. They fit with the background and everything. So I'm not upset. I just feel like maybe something else could be used, perhaps, if I can find something. But I mean, it works. It's Pokemon, it's blue. One of my favorite games. I think I'm fine to keep using it. I was gonna say I want to change the outfit on the left, not the left, the right game, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna reset these saves. I can make whatever outfit I want. Also, it's a pain actually trying to play the right game because it's on a Switch 1. It loads like way slow. Like, you didn't think about it when that's all you had because it's like there's nothing to compare to. This is just how the game works. But comparing it to how the Switch 2 plays the game, it's like, okay, this is kind of slow. Let's pick up the pace. You know, what are we doing? So it's very hard to play through it now with the comparison. Because mentally I'm just like, why is it not going as fast? I get that this is malnourished, but like, work. It's Pokemon. It shouldn't take a whole year to load anything. It doesn't, but it feels like it. Which is why I'm hoping to play them both at the same time, pretty much, and do some kind of like shiny playthrough. Because if I did that, well, I'm playing them at the same time, so I don't really have to worry about seeing through. But at the same time, I'm upset. I got like the Split Pad Pro or whatever, but like Eevee themed for the Switch OLED, and I was so happy to have that. It feels great. I love it. It makes the system feel amazing in my hands. But they're wired only because they don't have like batteries or Bluetooth or anything. And of course, right after I got them, the Switch 2 was announced, and then I ended up getting one like 2 weeks after release, I think. So they just kind of said that. I think there's some kind of adapter you can get or whatever that acts like the Joy-Con grip, except it will supply power and you can hook it up wired. Of course, I'm either going to have to move my Switch 2, like swap their places so that the OLED is closer, or get a really long wire, unless the wire that comes with it is long enough. I don't know. It would be nice to actually be able to use them. And honestly, since they are technically Switch 1 controllers, I think if I had that adapter, I could use them on the Switch 2. Which would kind of make me upset, because while the Switch 2 GLGR things, they do let you map to like anything on the controller. I mean, they kind of have that. I think you can only map to that specific Joy-Con. So like the left one that has the back button, you can't map that to Y because it's not on the left Joy-Con. But I still think it's a cool concept, and it's like kind of maintaining, because the only thing I've ever genuinely used it for is in both of the Legends games. In ZA, I mapped it to being the stick clicks because, I mean, those are generally referred to as L3, R3, and that's kind of what these are in a way. I mean, they are a third set of triggers on the left and right side. So it just made it easier to not have to keep clicking at my sticks. And then in Arceus, Arceus, however you want to say it, I mapped it to run, I think, because I think in that game run is clicking the left stick, and I did not like doing that. But then if you play as like Weirdeer, when you're riding on Weirdeer, then run is B, or is it Y? It might be Y and then B is jump. It's either B is run, Y is jump, or Y is run, B is jump. It's one of the two, that's the point. So it's just weird. What? That was not fair. Okay, that's a bug. Either that's a local communication bug, or that is just a bug by playing between both of them. So I sat there and caught it on both games. But for some reason, the Switch 1 didn't count. So it just automatically assumed I didn't want it. I did not press B or anything. Literally, the second it loaded, it forfeited its input. So the NPC got it. Fortunately, I think I am going to be able to take this, and I guess it's better than no one getting it at all. But still, that is super unfair. I was going to take that. And it just didn't even give me the choice. Fix it, Game Freak. I don't care that this game is not in your interest to be supported anymore. Fix it. Okay, I think if the game is nice and actually lets me... No, don't. I didn't mean to stun spore again. Whatever. If the game is nice and actually lets me have full control over everything, I want to... I mean, there's nothing I can really do. I'm just going to keep Obstagoon and immediately say no and see what the NPC wants to do. Because, well, NPCs, there's 2 of them. But, honestly, a case that wouldn't be too bad for me is the Glalie decides they want to swap. Because, like, Gloom isn't the best thing to have, but it has a poison move, I'm pretty sure. So, hypothetically, it could survive. I mean, I'd rather have Wheezing, but, you know, if I can get Freya to swap. Oh, we got the good case. Let's go. NPCs love me. Because that gives them healing, too. I was going to take the Wheezing on Gloom if the NPC didn't, but it worked out. I win. Actually, I don't know that. I have like 3 lives, I think. Technically 2, because by the 3rd one, you're gonna try winning with the team? Okay. Let me know how that goes. Curious to see if the team can win. So, Venoshock. How does that work? The user drenches the target in a special poisonous liquid. This move's power is double. So I really need Toxic to go off, and I guess I'll spam Thunderbolt. Yeah, I'll spam Thunderbolt. Okay, I don't know what moves the Wheezing has, but it would be great if it also had Toxic, and that's what it's going for. Because ideal situation is we just ensure this thing gets... Oh, taunts. Okay, but I think Toxic is 100% since I'm using a poison type, right? Oh, it's 0% because it's protected by Mist. Forgot about that part. I was going to try to poison it so Venoshock would do more. Okay, that's fine actually, because I think with how long I have to wait for Dynamax and revive time, I should be back and with full health by the time I get to Dynamax. If I even need it. I definitely will need it. But we're doing pretty good damage. Because this next turn, it's definitely getting in the yellow. I'm sure about that. Nice. So yeah, if I get in the yellow this turn, it's already in the yellow, that's great. That was the first attack of the turn. Oh my gosh, more sirens? What is happening out there? Gosh. Okay, use Venoshock. Okay, yeah, and I'm gonna come back and I think I get Dynamax this turn. So, that's the same amount of damage output, hopefully. Plus a Dynamax Thunder move. Type. Electric move. I don't know what Thunderbolt... Max Lightning, okay. So I don't know if this will necessarily need all 4 attacks. If all 4 of us even attacked, someone might have went for a status move. And something might get knocked out, but I think we have enough ability and wiggle room, safety net, whatever, to where it should fall. Yeah, that helps. Yeah, there's no way we lose this. Let's go. Picking up KOs. Nice. Okay, I'm going to use a luxury ball first on the right game because it takes forever. And now, unfortunately, with the way load times work, since I didn't sync them up perfectly, I do think it at least loads the next screen, like, instantly. So the right game's going to be a bit ahead now. But what are the odds the first Pokemon is shiny? I mean, I know the odds, it's 1 in 100, but like, there's no way that first one's going to be shiny. Oh, okay, the left game actually loaded quicker that time. Okay. Those look about the same. Those look about the same. Those look about the same. I don't think there was any difference in them. Let's go. I win. No, I don't. What am I on about? Let's go. I win. If anything, that's like the way you would lose that is not getting the shiny. I mean, I won. I didn't get a shiny. My coughs are coming back. I don't like that. I've been doing pretty well about not coughing recently. I don't need cough drops anymore. But like, sometimes they just get triggered again and I have to just sit through a coughing spell for a bit. Okay, Drift Blim isn't too bad. Morpeko isn't that bad. So, priority number 1, please. Okay. I was gonna hope they took Executor, but it does not matter. There's a high chance they switch anyways. So, my goal here is hopefully, if all goes to plan, I can get switches to happen for the NPCs, because I believe it's going to be back-to-back on things they could use. I might be wrong on that, because I know there's the one scientist. I don't know if there's another one that's going to swap. But my 2 Pokemon are actually good, even though that's the worst way to be playing this, probably. Because, see, right now I'm playing this with the idea of, it doesn't matter what the NPC gets, as long as I have good stuff, I can control half of the battle. But you know, I should probably start doing it backwards, take the worst things from myself and leave the NPCs with all the good stuff. Because then it doesn't matter if I switch, because I'm in control of whether or not I switch for the most part. Unless the right game decides to have one of its fits where it doesn't actually let me switch. But that would probably be more effective because I can force the NPCs to at least have the best chances of picking good stuff if I start off taking bad things, and then throughout the run I can just worry about getting my 2 games to have good things. And of course every time I switch that means the NPCs can't, so hopefully it works out to where they keep the stuff that they need and then I end up getting stuff I need. And of course, if I had 4 switches, that wouldn't even be a problem, because literally just take the best things available at the start, try to find the best Pokemon you can get as soon as possible, and then boom, everyone has something good. Of course, if you really care, you can also prioritize sometimes just being like, yeah, you know what, just take the route that's easiest to defeat. Shiny Flareon would actually be nice to get. I don't know if the game loves me enough to give me one, but I like Flareon. It's not my favorite, but like of the original 3, it probably is my favorite. So Shiny 1 would be nice. I think I actually saw something as well that was like, with the normal and shiny variants of the original 3, you have to do a lot of pretending, but it kind of makes a rainbow. Because Flareon, you really have to stretch for it because it's obviously orange, but you could kind of argue it's red. Okay, so you have red, and then the shiny is the orange then because of the tint. And then Jolteon is yellow, shiny Jolteon is green, Vaporeon is blue, shiny Vaporeon is purple or pink if you're weird. Not saying you're like weird. I've made a pretty busted team. Wow. This would be helpful to have for the next fight. And also insanely bad for the last fight, so that's why I'm scared to let an NPC have it. But I have such good Pokemon. And it sucks because I can't do my method of using the second player as a backup because the second player has the better thing. Drifblim is the one I need to be worried about getting rid of. I mean, it's not bad. It has an electric move. It'll do fine in the final battle. But, like, I'd like to get something better if I can. And I'm open to switching it if it means giving the NPCs more options. Also, they said no to the first 2 switches, so I'm hoping these next 2, they'll both be open. It's Lurantis. I know what's gonna happen. We're gonna get to the final screen and I'm gonna get a second shiny Lurantis. Can't send the replay of the battle in the community tab, so you're gonna upload the battle to your channel. Okay. I'll take a look at that. Shiny hunting is fun. Sure, it takes time, effort, energy, but it's fun to do. Well, that sucks. At least Will-O-Wisp doesn't automatically thaw. I was added to... Okay, I'm just gonna be honest right now. I, like, hate group chats so much. They're probably, like, one of my least favorite things to exist. Because, you know, half the time you can't even leave them. Like, if it's a text one, you just can't leave half the time if it mixes groups, I think. Actually, I don't even know if you can leave a text group chat. It's weird. It's annoying too, because it's like, okay, I don't want notifications, so you can silence them or whatever, but you still get the text notifications, and you have to open it at some point to clear them. And it's just annoying. Like, I didn't even ask to be here, and now I'm forced to suffer with you idiots, because you can't just make a new group chat. No, this is the group chat. It's just like, whatever. I don't even talk to half. There was one. I'm in a few text group chats. Most of them don't do much because they were created for like one thing, and that thing is over. So they have no reason to be used. But I'm in one that's just a whole friend group. I don't even talk to like 50% of the people in that group chat anymore. So it's just like, why am I here? I don't talk to half of you. So I just there now. I don't read it, ever. Although I think group chats actually have, like... I think it has, like, an auto-generated summary based on what people do to recap what you've missed once it exceeds a certain amount of messages. So it's like, cool. You guys were talking about something. Don't care. So yeah. In other group chats, it's just like, why am I here? Like, I get it. We're all friends. We do actually talk to each other actively a lot. But it's like, I don't want to be in your group chat to share these real things. Like, I don't care about the reels you guys watch. I'm sorry. I don't. Hey, it did it again. It automatically said no. That's weird. I wonder why it does it. There is another scientist lady. I'm tempted. I might. I'm tempted. I want to see. I'm going to say no for the drift. No, I can't do that. Never mind. I was going to say no for the drift limb, and then depending on if the NPCs wanted to swap. No! Oh, I should have swapped. I'm changing how I play this going forward. I'm gonna start taking bad stuff at the beginning and leaving the NPCs with good things, because this is annoying. Because it always works out where the thing I would much rather swap out is on the host account. So I just have to guess. It works out way better when the second player has the good thing, because then they... No, it works out better when the host player has the good thing, because they don't have to worry about switching. They can just keep saying no, and then it'll trigger what the AI want to do, and then I can figure out based on that, do I need to switch on the second save? But no. I'm just gonna have to deal with this. I ordered a PS2 game that I'm really excited to play. And also a controller, so I can actually use my PS2 again. I'm not going to play the game anytime soon, but, you know, I need a lot of things to work. Because first of all, I need to find out if the game works. I looked at it, the seller has good reviews, the game looks fine, so it should work. But, you know, you can never be too sure with buying used games. You gotta make sure it works. Although it's a disc, so I'm hoping that, like, worst case scenario, I just get something to resurface discs, because I have a few scratched discs that work, but it's like they would work better if I resurface them, so wouldn't be opposed to getting something like that. But yeah, of course, how do you test a game if you don't have a controller? Because, like, the system can boot into the game by itself, that's not an issue. The issue with it, though, is just I can't get past the title screen on the games. So I need a controller for that. But of course, this is going to be a double issue because how, like, I'm getting a new third-party controller. So hypothetically, it will work just fine. Because that's how it's supposed to work. But then that creates the whole issue of how do I know then if it's the controller or the game. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to start by testing the controller with a game that I know works, so that way if anything goes wrong, I know it's the controller at fault, not the game. And then after I've done that, I can test the game I'm getting, and then if that works, then okay, it worked. And hopefully, the way things are estimated right now, they should both come on the same day. In the same package, I don't know, because they're from two completely different sellers in two completely different areas. So, unless they get to the same place at the same time and they're like, these are both going to the same place, let's just package them together. I'm probably getting two separate things. And on top of that, I think one of them just now got started in the shipping process. The other one is already started getting sent out, like it's on its way already. So the shipping dates might not even be correct. Take it. Thank you. That's not the one I wanted to swap, honestly, because Alfie has the one that's weak. So I'm probably going to lose still. I'll take an expert belt. I'll take 2 expert belts. I was actually looking into getting one of those wireless PS2 controllers, because I've seen those. They're third party. I've seen mixed things about them, but they're really cool. They're battery powered and wireless, so I wouldn't have to worry about being tethered to a console. And they usually come in 2 packs. That you can usually get unique colors if you want. So I could get 2 separate colors I want. But again, I've heard mixed reviews on them. I heard that they're not that great. Sometimes they don't even pair properly to the receiver. The only thing cool they got going for them are the fact that they come in transparent colors, so they look pretty. This Raichu better be using attacks. I just realized how unfortunate this is if the Raichu isn't attacking. Because it has Lightning Rod. It eats my electric moves. I can't do anything other than boost this thing's attack. Which makes me wonder if having like a Raichu with Lightning Rod or other Lightning Rod things, might those be good for Tapu Koko? Because, like, you know, you do kind of lose out on that entire party slot, having to pick a Pokemon that is very neutral overall, because, you know, it's not not doing great damage, but it's also not taking great damage. But it also eats those moves. It's just like Storm Drain for Tapu Fini. Now, spread moves, I think, ignore it. And other, like, very specific cases. But it would be nice to know if that was a good idea. Because I mean, that seems like a good strategy if you can get that to work. Wait, I'm stupid. I don't think that's gonna work. No, because I hit Dynamax and everything, but it's still an electric move. I think it's still gonna eat that. Even though... Unless Dynamax moves behave differently, and this one can bypass. I think I just wasted a move. But I'm Dynamaxed, you know, and this is a Pokemon that actually has a move that isn't resisted. So... I mean, it's doing big damage, though. Okay, yeah, this actually works out great, because I'm going to start buffing it immediately. I think this works out great for me, though. Go into the max Pokemon. No, that's a waste of a move, though. Because anything would have knocked it out. Why do you use your max move on that? We have one more life, right? Yes. Okay. So this is going to start buffing the Raichu, but that's okay. Okay, that also goes to the Raichu. But that's fine, because this Raichu is really fast. And it's getting buffs. So I genuinely think it might be able to do enough damage. And quick enough, too. Squeeze out one more victory. For the boys. Even though there's only one guy. I'll go with Max Mindstorm. I don't know if that's gonna do anything. And I'll go with Aura Wheel. No! But it doesn't matter. No! No! We lost. That sucks. I was hoping that with me not... Because I knew my Pokemon were going to attack too slow to do anything for helping the Raichu that turn. So I figured if they survive long enough to get attacks out, then they might be able to get that final boost, but it didn't happen. They were too slow. Why does she keep recommending stuff I don't want? So, I got my first loss. That sucks. Okay. It might actually be the play to keep doing this strategy. Might be the play to do this strategy. I had a chip go down the wrong way. It is currently slicing my insides into 1,000 itty bitty pieces. Not really, but it feels like it. But yeah, I started off by taking the worst pickings. They have okay things now. I mean, Cinchino is great. And Drift Blim, as we saw, was okay. It has an electric move. It's not the best thing you could have, but it works. So I'm fine with letting them keep what they have, especially because I think this path has one or two good things at the very end. So I think the play is going to be just switching a bunch. Of course, Slowbro is an interesting case because I don't really think I want this, because I think the next thing I fight is a grass type. Actually, no, this might be fine. Might switch Lycanroc, because, well, it doesn't much matter, actually. I was gonna say I might switch Lycanroc because Ivysaur's up next. And I was thinking, oh, Ivysaur's a poison type because it shows it's a poison type on this map. So ground type wouldn't be too bad to have, but then I remembered it's also grass type, so that doesn't matter. Ground is neutral. But, you know, ground can also equally fight back, I guess. Not really, it's neutral. But, you know, this thing is tankier than Lycanroc, so I imagine having Mudsdale around is probably smarter to keep. So I'll keep Mudsdale, I think, and then swap out Lycanroc. Because I think, even though this is part water, which isn't great, it is part psychic. Like, it has a psychic move that's going to be great for me. Because I can use the psychic to defeat the poison side of Ivysaur. And all should be good. Also, I want to see something. Okay, that tells me all I need to know. Oh, there's a scientist here anyways. So hypothetically, I could swap the Mudsdale out too. And this is where I kind of wish I would have just swapped Mudsdale out, because then I would have already been set on keeping Slowbro, and I could have tested the waters to see if Alfie wanted to switch. Alfie wanted to switch. I should have just let him have it. Actually, this is better for me, because now our team is pretty good for this fight. Also, I don't know if this is enough to confirm because I did one test, but I tried, because what I've been doing is mashing B if I knew I wasn't going to take it on my Switch 2, and it would hit B before the Switch 1 fully communicated and everything that, yes, it was ready to go to that screen. So I wonder if somehow that messed up the communication by doing stuff faster than the communication was ready. And in doing so, it didn't let the Switch 1 have any say, and it got marked as it didn't want to switch. I wonder if that's what's been happening. So I'm going to try waiting a bit, because I feel like the times where I do at least let it sit for a bit after the communicating screen, that doesn't happen. So it might just be a case of communication is weird when you're playing locally, and they're stuff gets messed up. Because I've had stuff weird happen with 2 games before if they do stuff at the same time. So I'm not going to be surprised if it ends up being literally just you can't hit B on one game before they're both ready. Because I think something similar has happened to me when I tried just having both games do any kind of confirming at the same time. Because they try to both send... I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm not a technology person. But that happens. Let's take a look at this poll. I'm gonna end it actually because... no, I'll leave it open for as long as I'm hunting. But I'll take a look at it just to see. Okay. 83% to 17%. Pretty decent. Okay. I should have really done that backwards. I was testing to see if Alfie wanted to swap again. I don't think he did. Okay, Cradilly seems enticing, but I don't know if it's good. Although we do have a lot of ways to get through it, so I might just go for it. Yeah, we'll just go for it. Everyone needs a bit of shiny Cradilly in their life. Right? Cradilly. Cradilly. Oh, I forget, rock doesn't resist ice. I thought it did for some reason. Oh wow, Ivysaur is like really good actually. Because it has 2 grass attacking moves and a poison attacking move. So it gets stabbed super effective. Regardless of what attack you use. I'm so excited to do Bulu. I might do Bulu next actually. Of course I can't get too ahead of myself. I need Fini to shine first, and I'm nowhere near that, I don't think. Unless I get insanely lucky under odds. Perhaps. But I kinda wanna do Bulu next, because Bulu is 4 times weak to poison. So, if I just go full send on Bulu, do Bulu and just go full send on poison, that's what I meant to say. And then like, I can get through those battles pretty quick. 4 times weaknesses are great. Especially when it's Kartana. Literally any special attacking fire type move just one-shots Kartana. Not exactly, which is unfortunate. But usually if you get someone with Drought, which I think there's only Torkoal, question mark. I think that's the only thing in this mode that has it. I think there's also literally just like 3 Pokemon in existence that are fully evolved with the ability. I think it's like Groudon, Ninetales, and Torkoal. There might be some other things with Drought, but like, those are the only 3 I ever see. And then of course that gets limited to the only thing you really have is Torkoal. But like if you have Torkoal set up Drought, or someone set up Sun and then a special attacking fire move, that one-shots Kartana. It's great. I love it. I wish Guzzlord was also as easy to one-shot, but I think since it's so bulky, fairy moves, like, they do good damage, but not enough. But it's also funny that Guzzlord is like really weak to bug. Honestly, I might hunt the Ultra Beasts on this too at some point. I don't know. I don't really want to do that, because if I'm going to switch to full odds, I mean, I'd rather not do extra hunts in this, because it's kind of slow. And honestly, I don't even care then at that point, because, like, these are going to be legit shinies, so I don't care. It's a way game legit, but, like, I think literally all my Gen 7 games have been set up at this point, or at least have the ability to be set up to where I can hunt whatever I want. There's no shiny locks in those games now. I can just hunt the Tapus and stuff in those if I really want to. I might do that at some point, just for fun. Yes. No. You're not allowed. This might be great, actually. Yeah. Everyone's at full health. We have 4 hearts because I did this right. And 3/4 of the party can actually do damage. I don't know about Alfie or what he can bring to the table, because he has a chinchilla. I mean, let's be for real. He has a chinchilla that honestly isn't that great in battle. So he's fighting for a reason. Oh, you also have. Well, this is stab, but this can poison. Oh, you have sludge ball. Oh, but you can Dynamax. So, I'm getting rid of your grassy terrain. And I think I think the terrains also boost the power of all moves of their type. Right? Like the weather, they act like weather in that regard. They boost typing and moves or something. Actually, I don't know if that works for all weathers, because I think I know rain and drought do, but I think snow and sand, they just boost defense or something, right? Well, it's not snow, it's hail. Those do chip damage. And I think they just boost defense as well. I don't know. They might only be good for chip. I don't know how weather works. I just know it exists. I think when they changed hail to snow, that does boost defense of ice types or something. I don't think it helps their attacks though. I don't know, because like expanding force or whatever, that specifically says it does more damage on psychic terrain. But does that mean the base power of the move itself is boosted if psychic terrain is up? Or does that mean it, like, are all psychic moves boosted by psychic terrain, or is it only those specific? I don't know. And honestly, I don't care to try to figure out. Actually, if it wants to reset stats here, that would be great. Because I have 2 special attackers, and I just realized that if I use my poison move, I can boost special attack. Actually, I have 3 special attackers out here. I'm not going to get to keep... Now I have to choose. Do I want my terrain up, or do I want my... I feel like attack is great, but only if you reset here. Because it's too risky. Oh wait, I already get my terrain back. I forgot I'm slow. Okay, so now it's less of a thought process. So I need, wait, is it gonna reset stats? I needed to reset stat changes. I don't know if it will, because I don't think there are any. Oh, well now I don't think it matters. I just need to go all out attacking. Which, it doesn't matter. It might do less damage, but I don't think that's like the biggest concern right now. It would be nice if I can get more damage out. Because it might even do its reset before I get to attack. Oh wait, that's the long game. 140 versus... Oh, it is a lot less. I think it's just worth it because it's still stab. Might as well. Just go for the damage. Echoed voice. I wonder what that move would be like if everyone actually like had the move and they used it properly. Because I think that move does more damage if everyone is using it. I think that's how that works. Because like round I think is similar except it's one Pokemon. But I think echoed voice you need multiple Pokemon. I don't know. It would be cool to see that though. However that move works. It would be cool to see that like fully get utilized in one of these. If it's even possible. I don't know if there's enough Pokemon. If it does require multiple. Anyways, I beat it. Yay. New record. It's not a new record. But the strat is definitely better. That felt the safest. So I'm probably going to stick to doing that. I know that's like a great strategy, especially for like the harder things to take on. That's great if you're playing completely solo. So I guess it's just even better in this situation because you get more control. There's less NPCs to control and more actual players to control. Anyways, no. 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 That sucks. But it's expected. Welcome back. Do you want us to keep a record? Yes. If there are records you don't mind erasing? No. I want them all. Keep them. Like, there is one I wouldn't mind erasing, but it just creates the same problem. Tapu Bulu, I already have that. See, I can erase Zygarde because I have it saved on both for some reason. I think I did a Zygarde solo once. Well, not solo. I did it with myself. But then I was stupid and saved it or something. Or I saved it on one thinking I didn't have it on the other yet when I was doing solo. I don't know. Point is they both have Zygarde. They don't both need Zygarde. Maractus? Aw. Tangela is actually decent. I mean, it's not fully evolved. But you can't fully evolve that in these, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. Poison is great. I could end that sentence there. Sure, they are part ground, which kind of sucks, but I think the fact that they can at least defend themselves as well more than makes up for that. I think it's a win. I mean, they're the best things I have. I could go defensively with my typings, but then I risk not having coverage and the battle taking forever. This is risky though, but I think I'm okay with risks. Oh, I didn't Dynamax. I'm a bit slow. Nothing is really good for defeating this fast. So I just need to get through it. It'll get easier, because on the second one I should have a ground move off of this that I can just easily use to my advantage. But in the meantime... Boogie? I didn't actually see what the next thing I'm gonna have to fight is. I just saw the 2 poison. It's very possible that I'm cooked on the next fight if I don't swap properly. Doesn't help that there's a Drapion here either. I really wish everything worked out in my favor. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad about this game. I need to complain about it. Pokopia, I was so excited. I was looking forward to it. And then they announced it would be a key card game for some reason. Even though Nintendo said none of their games will ever be released on a key card. They're doing it on a key card. Which sucks. I guess because the game is small enough to where it doesn't quite need the full space of the smallest size they offer, but it's stupid because I'm pretty sure it's already been confirmed both through someone accidentally leaking the fact and also it may already have been confirmed officially. I don't know. They're making smaller game cards. Like, there are games that were key cards that are going to get actual, like, fully physical releases soon. Because apparently Nintendo is actually going to start making smaller cartridges for the Switch too. But that sucks because now Pokopia, I'm going to have to wait to see if they're going to change this. They give a Ditto plush out with it for a pre-order though. Yeah, I'm not buying this, and if I do, it's going to be digital, because my personal stance, and it will be this way until the day they get rid of them, I am not buying any game released as a key card. I don't care if it's supposed to be the benefits of owning it physical and digital, because, like, it's a physical game with extra steps. Like, yeah, you can resell it. Cool. It's not just like trigger a download code that only works once. But, like, it's a physical game that I am paying to own physically. And I still have to use up all the space I would to buy it digital. It's not... There are no benefits to digital other than you just always have it. So that makes me kind of mad, because, like, the one reason I would buy a game digitally over physical ever would be it's a game that I just want to always have with me. So any console that's meant to be home console only, never buy digital unless that is the only option. That is the only other case, actually. If digital is my only option to purchase the game. But otherwise, like, I stick to mostly physical games. Unless it is a game that I am okay owning digital and would like to have with me everywhere, which is why you would buy digital. But by buying a game key card, you have to still keep the cartridge in there. You just use up storage space to do so. It's stupid. And I guess it helps that they are only the smaller games usually, but still, like, no. No. Not buying it. Not happening. Wait, this thing has Thunder Punch. Nice. I'll Dynamax, why not? Okay. Back to looking at this. Okay, I don't like that. You get the 4, but it seems to be only I like that idea. It's convenient for my use, because I have multiple systems, but I don't know, cheap technology also typically doesn't end well. I don't want this, but I think I need to take it, because if I don't take it, someone else might. Oh, great. It did the glitch without me having to do anything, so it's just random. Good to know. But yeah, I was gonna take it on that game anyways, because, you know, I should be able to get through this fight pretty easily. The only issue is I have 2 hearts just because it was a bad route to begin with. And there's nothing much you can do in this situation. This is not going to end well. Oh well. That sucks. Come on. Load. No. 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 That was just a bad path. I don't blame the strategy. Alright, I've been going for like 3 hours. And while 14 is an awkward number to end at, I have been also going for like 3 hours. Actually, I think it's more closer to 3.5. No, it's not. I lied. I'm a liar. 3.25. I'm tired. Alright, yeah. I've been going for like 3-ish hours, a little over 3. So, I'm gonna stop for now. I got one shiny though. Yay. One shiny. Hopefully Fini is next.